Hello everyone. Today in this new episode of Unlockers, we are diving into something that's reshaping the entire Belgium e-commerce landscape. With new regulations forcing web shops to offer sustainable delivery options, Belgium is becoming a testing ground for the future of last mile logistics across Europe. Today we'll be talking about it with Simon Segers and Vincent van Bever, both business developers at Mondial Relay who are on the front lines of this transformation. Simon, Vincent, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. So, for those who don't know you, could you explain your position in the company?
I think I will start because I work here longer than Vincent. I'm Simon. I'm 30 years old. We work here for 1 year right now, and it's Mondial Relay is a company who's super evolving, super fast, with a lot of possibilities and a lot of good stuff to make happen. And I really enjoy working there. In my spare time, I play football.
Okay.
And I love to go to music festivals, etc., and see my family. That's a bit about me.
As for you, Vincent?
Yeah, I'm also the business developer in Belgium. I'm 27 years old.
Yeah.
Also working for 1 year at Mondial Relay, especially for the Flemish and the Netherlands market. If I know my hobbies, I watch a lot of rugby. I played also rugby. That's anything about me.
So before we dive into regulatory changes, could you paint a picture of the Belgium e-commerce landscape? What makes Belgium unique in the European market?
Well, Belgium is located very centrally in Europe, with a lot of big countries next to it: the Netherlands, France, Germany, who all have their focus on logistics for e-commerce. So also with the harbors and with all the inter-traffic coming inside, import export, it's a lot of growth happening in Europe, and Belgium wants to be a big part of that. So I'm happy that I'm Belgium and that I live there. So. What do you think about that, Vincent?
Yeah, a little bit the same also. I think we have a lot of possibilities in Belgium. We are a growing market also, with more than 50% of our customers order all out of home. Sorry, I need to rephrase it. 50% of our customers deliver across border, so they order from webshop not from Belgium but from the Netherlands, or like with concurrents with companies like Bolt.com or Zalando. So we have very lot of parcels from there coming into Belgium. It's nice to be part of a company like Mondial Relay that can deliver sustainable options with lockers and bureaus.
So, Vincent, you've been talking about import. 54% of Belgian consumers shop across borders.
Yes.
So how does this cross-border behavior influence delivery expectations?
Yeah, they want the quality very high. The demand is getting higher and higher. They also want to get it fast. But if I need to see what Mondial Relay stands for, we do it fast.
Yeah.
And we also deliver quite a few qualities also, but we focus more on the sustainable part, eco-friendly wise, with lockers and bureaus. So if you can compare it like the closest competitor, for one truck we can deliver 800 parcels, and for the same 800 parcels, the competitor needs 8 trucks for it. So I think we changing in Belgium the way of delivery. They don't want it as immediately as fast anymore. They can wait an extra day. They gladly want to travel to a locker or to a bureau.
So, Simon, if we talk now about the elephant in the room, the new Belgium regulations, what's actually changing starting from now?
Well, Belgian web shops, they need a sustainable second delivery method. So home delivery is not the only delivery method anymore. So we know everybody is used to just waiting at home for the delivery guy to present your package, which is fun. Everybody knows that's fun. But nowadays you have to work from 9 to 5, so you're not home. Or you have other responsibilities that you have to take care of. And everybody is in a rush. So why don't have the possibility to go to a locker or a bureau after work or after school and pick up your package whenever you want. So our lockers are 24/7 disposable, so you can just go there by bike, you go there by foot, if you have to think about the environment a bit. And yeah, so that's the second delivery method, out-of-home delivery, is now obligatory in Belgium. And yeah, we're happy that we're part of that. So
can I just add something about it also? Because the reason also why people choose more and more out-of-home option is because in Belgium, almost 60% of all Belgians, they have a flexi job, so a second job outside their main job. So because the economy is getting expensive and expensive, they want still their packages, but on a more affordable way. And also they are not always at home because they are doing their second job. So that's why we come in to give them the option to deliver it in our locker close to where they're going.
How many % of Belgium have a second job?
Almost 60%.
That's huge.
That's immense.
Yeah, I didn't imagine that. So, okay, when we hear sustainable delivery option, what does that actually mean in practice? How sustainability is measured in the last mile delivery?
Well, so instead of one truck who drives to every address, to every street in every commune, every city, we just get one driver who drives to a parcel shop or to a locker, and he just drops all the packages safely with cameras, with the parcel weight dimensions, etc. And so it's very safe. We almost never lose any packages because of that, because all the packages are delivered at once. So yeah, that's very sustainable because we do a way less routes than the normal standard way of home delivery. So yeah, that's why it's...
Yeah, also the drivers that deliver the parcels, they have their fixed route, so they know also where it's busy and where it's not busy. So they can avoid making more to make the traffic more harder for other people. So they're mostly region bound, also the drivers. So that makes it also much easier and much faster than for the drivers and for us, of course.
And what was the reaction of e-merchants when these regulations was voted?
I think it was mixed. I think they needed a second push also in Belgium because we are one of the latest countries that did only home delivery, but now we see in France out of home is very big.
It's very common.
It's very common. I think France has more than 30,000 locations across France. The Netherlands has almost 1,000. Belgium, I think we are close to 2,500 or 2,000.
Yeah, something like that.
So it's a growing market. So I think the web shops and the consumer accepting it. I don't think it was a really big push. I think it was just the right push with the right amount of force to get forward.
Yeah, well, it's like in a train that's coming, the out-of-home train, and as an e-merchant, you have to be on the train because your customers, they suspect a second delivery option, so the out-of-home, it's getting super popular. So if you're not having like the possibility on your web shop out-of-home, also another big advantage is that it's cheaper. It's cheaper than home delivery. But that's maybe a topic that we will discuss separately.
Just after.
Okay, all right. So it's way cheaper than home delivery because we do way more packages at once, and it's better for the environment. So people, if they can pay less, and maybe they have to wait a bit longer, a day longer, then they will do it. They accept it, and it's a changing world. So you have to be part of the train.
Don't even wait longer. I think if you order from a web shop Monday in Belgium and it's delivered in Monday, you will have it most of the time on Tuesday already.
Yeah.
So I think it's for 92% of all parcels.
It's not express delivery,
but you will have it.
Very close.
Yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday you will have your packages. So I think it's most reasonable to assume we are the standard delivery option in Belgium.
1/3 of cart abandonments are due to high delivery cost. You say that for this out-of-home solution, it's cheaper?
Yeah, we see that when the delivery cost is more than 10% of the value of the basket, we see that people will leave the web shop and find it somewhere else where it's cheaper and the delivery cost is cheaper. So that's why we deliver the solution to make it cheaper for the consumer and also for the web shop. So I think that is one of the biggest advantages in Belgium.
And what different can you see it between the two price? Like, what is the price comparison between?
I think with my customers, I average around 2 to 3 euros difference from 0 to 1 kilos.
It's huge.
Yeah, sometimes it depends also on the volume of the web shop, of course. If you look to smaller web shops, they'll get abandoned by our competitors, and we are happy to take them. And we see then a big difference of 2 or 3 euros. But if you go to the higher volumes customers, then we see, of course, that the difference is getting lower and lower. But still, I think we still make an average of around €1 difference.
Yeah. Yes, we do.
It's also the 10% is also dedicated on what you order. If you order a socks of €14, I don't think anybody will pay €5 delivery cost. But if you buy an iPhone, I think the €14 delivery cost. Me personally, I would gladly
sure.
to pay it. So it's also a big difference what the consumer buys. But mainly, if we just focus on the 10%, I think 10% is just a big focus for every market.
The logistics efficiency of your lockers is very impressive, but let's be honest, Vincent, isn't asking customers to pick up their parcels just shifting the burden on them? And how do you respond to that criticism?
I don't think it's shifting the burden to the customer. At the end, the customer chooses. So they have to choose out of home and an out of home option. So I think it's more like an efficiency question. How efficient is it for that particular consumer? And we see that a lot of customers doing it in Belgium. 40% of the people doesn't take a detour. 45% of people take an alternative method of traveling to the lockers. So I don't think it's giving them the burden. I think giving them a pause for a cheaper option for delivery and not going to the expensive part to home delivery.
Yeah, well, people feel good when they pick up a package, when they pick up their children or where they go to groceries, and so they know it's good for the environment. So for them it feels good using us. So we know that we have to make it visible on the websites. So that's our purpose for me and Vincent. And so we are happy to discuss it with every e-commerce and merchant listening to this podcast to get to know each other.
Yeah, and I think also if we gonna tell the truth, I think also not a lot of people are seeing home delivery more as an extra burden, because for me especially, I live.
They have to be present.
Yeah, they have to be present, and I work a lot from home. I live in the countryside of Belgium. Sometimes I get a message when I'm working, or you were not at home and your parcel has been delivered. But then we took your package to a Pudo or to a locker because you were not at home, because I was at home, or your packages was just at the front door. But yeah, if you buy something of value, it can be stolen. So in the countryside, it's very heavy because we got a lot of crime rates there. So it's easy for us. Nobody's there. It's dark. There's no light, so it's easy to catch a package stolen. So I think it's more a safety concern for the end consumer to have an expensive parcel delivered in a safe spot with cameras, with also reinsert lockers that not easily broken. So I think that's for them. They choose the safe way, and that's the locker. Also, if you want to buy a present for your wife, for your mother, or for your sister, for the holidays.
Well, it's a surprise when it comes directly.
When it comes here, so you can deliver it discreet in one of our lockers or Pudos. So yeah, I think everybody's will happy with that.
Another interesting point is that lots of people don't use their car to go to the lockers. They use also bicycle or just they walk to it. So
true.
Also very interesting.
So yeah, that's 45% of people that choose an alternative method of traveling to the lockers of Pudos. It were the numbers of last year. So if 2025 ends, I think we will have an increase in that.
Well, yeah, the cities themselves, they are also promoting the safer roads, safer environments for their children. And so our lockers, we don't want to be everywhere and every street, and so, but we want to be just present at the right spots. So very efficient, very close by, and yeah, they also look good. So it's not that they are. We have a beautiful design, so it strengthens your viewing and the art.
Yeah, also, if you
Yeah.
look at big cities, we have a lot of new communities built for no cars. So it's harder for the home delivery gets there. So it's much easier if you put a locker central in such of communities. So I think it's an advantage for everybody.
Okay, now let's look at a concrete example. You shared data from perfume sample. Could you explain us the evolution?
Yeah, so perfume sample started actually one of the first days of November, and then they increased almost with 100% of their orders on their website through Mondial Relay. They have now a big market in France.
Okay.
So they hit in the middle of the month November. They hit already the gross average profits from last month.
Sure.
So it's a very big change. We do not have any indication for holidays because they deliver perfume samples, so we will not give a sample as a present.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a big motivation to have it as backup, to show new prospects, look, that's what we can deliver in France, but also in Belgium. The cheap option will work. They do work. Perfume sample is one of the proof of them. They have now very cheap delivery options for France. I think it's close to €5. I think even they will go lower next month. They will go to €3. So it's very cheap for them.
Do you also have feedbacks from the customers?
Yeah, they now have around, the last numbers I looked, it was 89% of all parcels that were delivered were at the expected delivery time. So they +2 for France.
Great.
Yeah, and my customers, they are always happy that we, as Mondial Relay and InPost, we have the largest out-of-home network in Europe. So that's a super benefit of us. By using our one network of Mondial Relay and InPost, we also have cross-border and retours. So in this century, everybody is using online web shops, but they are also returning stuff because they don't like it. It's too big, it's too small, and they're used to it. So we live now in an environment where everybody's used to sending back articles which they don't like. And which with Mondial Relay and InPost, we have the only one network who does both. So we send them to every country, 10 countries in Europe, but we also return it. So that's the biggest plus that you can have if you use Mondial Relay and InPost. We want to make Mondial Relay more visible in the streets. So if you don't see a locker, you don't think about it, and then you don't gonna use it.
Yeah, sure.
So awareness is key for the Belgian market because it's a lot of competition, a lot of.
And what is sorry?
No, it's a lot of competition. So you have to be your brand awareness has to be higher. So and the more touch points you have, the more people you can reach, the more faster people you can the more faster you can reach people. Only benefits of having a larger network.
I think also Mondial Relay is now number 2 in Belgium. So we have then number 1 bpost. But I think we're aiming to be number 1, especially for out-of-home options, because it's our main focus, out-of-home, and I think that is our biggest advantage. So I think it won't be long that we will be number 1 for out-of-home.
We hope so.
We hope so, of course.
Yeah, I hope so.
And what is driving this expansion? Is it customer demand? Is it regulatory pressure also, or strategic position?
I think it's both. I think Europe needs to be greener. It wants to be greener, and the consumer also wants to be greener with their products they buy. And so out of home is at the moment the only option to be greener. And I think also it connects people to go together to bureaus. I think it takes people also out of the house, and I think there's also a very interesting aspect for it. So yeah, I think that's the main reason.
So since COVID, everybody is changing their way they think, changing about the environment of their habits, and going out of home to pick up your parcels and not waiting at home all day is as Vincent said, a very good way of changing your habits of thinking about the environment, and that's one of the best things after COVID that we see since then. Yeah.
And also, you're not stressed anymore. Like you said, you need to wait all day. Sometimes they don't come, so you waste a holiday for just one stupid package. With us, your parcels will be 5 days in our lockers on our Pudo, so you have 5 days time to pick up your parcel. So I think it's also
super stress-free.
Stress-free. Just wait when it's arrived, and you have 5 days to pick it up.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much,
no problem,
Simon and Vincent, for all these explanations, and long live the lockers.
Yes,
long live the lockers.
Thank you for receiving us.